Hello, I'm Jengko Hajar Masdana binti Penaja Damit, Library Officer from Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka Library. In this video, I'm going to share with you the information about our library and the culture in Brunei, Darussalam. This presentation will cover two major contents, introductions and highlights. The introduction will consist of a brief history of our library, including some important dates of the establishment and key persons who are behind the establishment. Our library organization structure and number of staff managing the library. Our library visitor statistics for the last 3 years and who they usually are. Our library network, which include our partners, supporters, and stakeholders of the library. And lastly, in this content, the annual budget allocation of the library. This is the milestone of the establishment of the library. When the DBP library was established in 1963, it only served as a reference center. When the library moved to a new building at Jalan Elizabeth II after 4 years of the establishment, the services were open for departmental officer and staff. On 1st September 1971, Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka Brunei have improved its services and become public library by providing lending, reference, and mobile library services. From year 1975, the library had expanded its services to other districts by establishing new library branches from time to time. In 1989, the library started restructuring the library management by focusing more on the development of the services. Then from year 2005 to 2009, another 4 community libraries were opened to cater services to the public. These are the key persons who are behind the establishment of our library. They are the former chief librarians of the Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka Library. During their time, they have made an effort to introduce and improve the library management and services for the public from time to time. This is our organizational structure. Currently, our chief librarian is Amy Suryani binti Haji Hibni. There are 11 library units, 9 library branches, and 2 community centers. Up to July 2021, there are 130 personnel in our library. 30 are male and hundreds are female. This graph shows the statistic of the library visitors from 2018 to 2020. In 2018, the total visitors is 69,487. Then the year after, there is a drastic increase in the number of visitors by 160%. The library has taken steps in effort to increase visitors to the library by making the library a community hub, by providing opportunities for other strategic partners to hold activities within the library. In 2020, although there was a decrease of 29.2% due to the pandemic situation, library users have utilized the library portal as an alternative. From the statistic taken from 2020, the percentage of the adult visitors shows the highest with 46%, then children visitors came next with 32%, and teens with 21%. The DBP Library also built partnerships and collaboration with external organizations. Interconnections with other libraries and institutions are necessary in order to provide more effective library services. These are some of our library network with the government sectors. These are some of our library network with the private sectors. And these are some of our network with the non-government organization. The library annual budget allocation are for library materials, project and activities, operating expenses, building and maintenance, furniture and fixtures, salaries. Spending has been fairly consistent from year to year, and source of budget is mostly from the government. In the highlights, it will cover challenges encountered and strategies that we apply to overcome them, our best practices, and finally, at the end of this presentation, I will share some information about the culture of Brunei Darussalam and showcase our heritage tourist places, people, and events. Challenges. Technological advancement declined the attention span of users, which also affect the reading habits. Traditional reading habits of library users have now changed with the changing environment and working culture. Financial pressures. Innovation is challenging with limited funding. There are lots of new ideas to promote the library services, but with limited budget, it makes the process challenging. Greater needs for staff training for best practices, which might take time and effort. The library spends a large percentage of its budget on databases and other online services that the community needs, but doesn't use as often as we would like. In fact, we hear from our patrons that they are surprised to learn the library offers e-books, online resources, and more. These are the strategies that we apply to overcome the challenges. We are increasing our collection in e-book and online resources in order to cater the user needs. We also provide links to repository of open source e-book and journals in our library portal. We collaborate with our library partners and supporters in doing events and activities. Identifying the staff strength and recognize their expertise to develop their personal growth. Doing awareness campaign to potential users in schools, higher institutions, and universities to maximize the usage of our online resources. Best practices. The role of our library now has become significantly important as it becomes one-stop community hub. It is no longer just a public library with multiple branches across the country, but also a building community and supporting local culture in exciting ways. DBP Library run lots of activities and programs towards empowering the reading culture in the country, such as storytelling competition, early literacy program, school holiday activities, library open day, library roadshows, and so on. In order to make sure the better impact from the activity and program run by the BP Library, we also develop more collaboration and partnership with our stakeholders and supporters. We are also offering online library catalog databases of information to meet user needs for 24/7 access to information. The BP Library also caters services for special needs users, autism-friendly library. Culture of Brunei Darussalam. The Malay Islamic monarchy incorporates the national philosophy of Brunei Darussalam. It represents Brunei Darussalam as a Malay nation according to the Islamic faith, with a king who is the sultan and supreme ruler of the nation. The culture of Brunei is strongly influenced by Malay cultures and the Islamic religion. The culture is also influenced by the demographic makeup of the country. More than 2/3 of the populations are Malay, and the remainder consists of Chinese, Indians, and other indigenous ethnics. There are 7 ethnic groups in Brunei, such as Melayu Brunei, Kedayan, Murud, Melayu Tutong, Melayu Belaid, Dusun, and Bisaya. These are the places of attractions in Brunei Darussalam. Royal Regalia Museum, Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque, Belalong Canopy Walkway, Taman Mahkota Jubilee Emas, Mendaram Longhouses, Jerudong Park.